Hi. Thank you for visiting my channel. My name is Casey, and I talk about the ketogenic diet. I've lost 92.1 pounds since starting it about 3 years ago, and that's what I talk about, the way I do it. Little off topic this morning. I've been up for about 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's early here. I woke up so energetic this morning, and I did something that I don't often do, like never. I went for a run. The question about exercise comes up pretty frequently. And in truth, I have not formally exercised while doing this nutrition program. About 3 years ago, I decided to do the opposite of everything I'd been doing almost in my life, other than, loving my family and being a decent person. But my actual activities and kind of my frame of mind, I decided to do the opposite. And so I stopped the struggle with trying to move more, eat less, follow the standard American diet, all that crud. I owned the fact that I was a very heavy person and would always be. Didn't want to take insulin for diabetes because I was on the cusp. I was not having to, but I was right there. So in looking for a way to not take insulin for diabetes, started the ketogenic diet. And looking at Dr. Westman's white coat video, which is in one of my playlists. I'll try to link to it. It was just about the food. It was food. Didn't say anything about exercise. Just do the food. Keep your carbs below 20 grams a day. Eat only when hungry. It's not on page 4. Don't eat it. Link to the food list as well as below these comments. So I haven't formally exercised. That question comes up a lot. I have dabbled, a couple of years ago ordered a Total Gym, which is a really good product. It has extremely low usage on it. Let me just say that. I probably have not used that Total Gym 10 times in 2 years. And that was for brief periods. Just not an exerciser. But this morning I felt like running. Let me repeat that. I felt like running. That is as crazy to me to say that as the idea of saying, oh wow, I forgot to eat today, which I've done. And as crazy as saying, excuse me, miss, could you bring me this in a smaller size? Those things I've also said. Crazy. Actually, I can't say that I've said, miss, bring me this in a smaller size, because I don't shop in stores. I'm anti-retail. Not philosophically, it just freaks me out. I'd rather take a beating than go into a retail store. Anyway, but I have had to get smaller sizes. I digress. So, what is it with wanting to run? I just felt like running. So I'm much lighter. I'm not a runner. I have always been of the mind that you only run if you are actually aflame, which of course you shouldn't run if you're on fire. You should stop, drop, and roll. Helpful tip. Or if you're being chased by a large wild animal, you should run. It felt really good. I did a mile, 1.1 mile, 1.15 miles. Yippee! According to my over-the-top smartwatch, sports watch. Very slowly. I think it took me 14 minutes to do it, but I did it. I share all of this by way of saying, particularly those of you who have struggled and have thought, it's just too late, I'm too out of shape, I'm too heavy to do anything, forget about running. One of my coaching clients is in a wheelchair. Not permanently, hopefully. But she said, well, I can't, I'm in this wheelchair. I haven't been able to exercise in a while. I said, don't worry about it. It's the food. Just do the food. So if you can't exercise or don't want to, don't worry about it. Exercise is good for you. I'm not anti-exercise. And I am going to be doing more because I'm an older woman and I want to make sure my bone density is good. I want to strengthen my core. All the clocks are going off. At least Piper is not barking. I have to spell her name because she knows what it is and she'll get excited if I say it. When she learns to spell, I'm screwed. Where was I? Oh, exercise. So I want to increase my core. And this leads into a second topic that I'm not going to talk about much today. People have asked about skin. Yes, I do have skin. And yes, it does not look like it used to. That would have been the case had I not lost any weight because I'm 58. I've had 3 children. One of them was a 10-pounder. And I'm 5'1", so that was big. So my flesh looks different than it did, but I can't say that I have, TLC quality episode of skin removal surgery type. It's not a tripping hazard, but I have some crepey tummy skin, and this really is a topic for another day. Avert your ears if you do not want to hear too much information. 3, 2, 1. I've had breast cancer twice. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 surgeries for it. And I had a major reconstruction mastectomy, a latissimus dorsi flap. And so I have a saline implant in one breast. And all this was done when I was much heavier, when I was really heavy. And guess what happens when you lose 90 pounds and you have a fake boob? Everything loses weight, including your real boob. Your fake boob doesn't. So I got a bulgy and a squinty. As I've said, my breasts look like, one looks like half a grapefruit and the other one looks like a fried egg. So anyway, I'm going to have some reconstruction done on that because it's just, my clothes don't even fit properly because of it. And I'm going to ask him at the same time about tummy. I don't know that I'll get it done. But anyway, if I do, I want a strong core. I want a strong core anyway, so I need to, I want to get back on the total gym. I'm blessed that I tend to tone up fairly easily. Some people, it's cold now, so I'm not wearing sleeveless. But on some previous videos, people said my arms look good. Thank you very much. That's good luck in genetics, probably. I am a strong person, physically strong as a rule, for my gender, age, and size. But there's that. But anyway, all coming back to this. I started this when I was 55. And very heavy. Had been heavy for 30 years. Not 3 years, 10 years, 15 years. 30 years I'd been heavy. If I can do this, you can do this. If I can wake up one morning and say, man, I feel like going for a run. Anybody can do it. Seriously. Seriously. Because there were years where I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It was a big deal for me, to go up the stairs a couple of times because everything hurt and I was so heavy. Sorry about that. Another recording on my phone issue. Anyway, I think I was saying if I can do this, anybody can do this. Don't lose the faith. Don't overthink this process. It's really straightforward. Keep your grams of carbohydrate below 20 grams a day, total carbs. Eat only from the approved food list. Eat only when you're hungry. Don't eat if you're not hungry. And I mean really hungry. And this leads to the what is hunger thing. And it's an interesting question. Yesterday, I'll tell you what I ate. I ate 5.5 slices of bacon for breakfast because they were there, but they were really good. My friend Jen and my friend Teresa say to cook it in the oven, which I don't usually do, but I did, and it was delicious. I had that early in the morning with my coffee. I had some broth with added salt because I'm keeping my minerals up. And for dinner, I had 50 grams, which is like an ounce and a half. It's like 5 romaine leaves, 2 slices of cheese, and half an avocado, all rolled up together. I made a crunchy sandwich. It's all I needed. It's all I wanted. That came in at about 750 calories for the day. And that's all I needed. I felt great this morning. So don't overthink it. Don't worry about macros. Macros will take care of themselves. If you just eat from the approved food list. FYI, nuts are not on the approved food list. Also, coconut oil is on the list, but for cooking, not necessarily for adding. You don't have to add extra fat unless you're someone who is trying to supplement your fat because you have burned all the body fat you want to. Lovely Mate can supplement fat because he is at his ideal weight, of course. And he has a high energy job and he's a cyclist. So he supplements dietary fat because he's a fat burner. I'm a fat burner, but I still want to burn body fat. So anyway, keep it simple. Carbs, low. Food, off the approved list. Only eat when you're hungry. Only drink when you're thirsty. Kind of do what humans have been doing for almost all of our existence. Eat when you're hungry, drink when you're thirsty. Sleep when you're tired. Don't sleep if you're not tired. That kind of thing. Okay, so thank you very much. Watch this space for more information. I might do a series on if I do elect to have any skin removal surgery. So, thanks a lot. I will talk to you later. Make it a great day. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Don't let anyone force you to eat if you're not hungry. And don't let anyone tell you what you should be putting in your mouth, including me. Okay? Listen to your brain. Listen to your heart. Listen to your tummy. You're in charge. You're in charge. And that feels really good to say. Ciao.